Hello everyone. In today's video we will talk about a very great strategy. It is also easy to use and doesn't need to sit and focus in front of market screens for long hours. This strategy depends on two simple and strong indicators. The first indicator is the relative strength index, and we will use it to determine entry points. The second indicator is the average true rang indicator, and we will use it to confirm the breach of the resistance and support levels of the previous candles. This strategy works on several frames, from a 15-minute frame to a 4-hour frame, but to get the best results, it is preferable to use it on a 1-hour frame. To learn more about settings required for this strategy, we will start from the beginning in order to find out the required values for the relative strength index and to know the appropriate values of the ATR indicator. First, let's find the indicators by opening the indicators box from here. The first indicator will be the relative strength index. Type RSI in the search box and choose this indicator from here. Now open the indicator settings and make sure the length of the RSI is 14, then go to the moving average field, which is the yellow line that you see here, and change the value to 20. Before you clicking OK, choose the colors you want. I always choose the colors that go with the recording so that they are clear when explaining, so don't be restricted by colors and choose what you like. Well, before applying the second indicator, let's quickly talk about the RSI indicator. This black area that is above the red line here is called the overbought area, and it will be the target area to sell when we see that the RSI line has reached it. But when we see that the RSI has reached this area below the green line, which is the oversold area, we will buy according to some simple conditions. As we can see, when the RSI reaches this area, a reversal of the market occurs and we notice a rise in the market, but not always. Sometimes the opposite may happen and the market does not rise at all. For this, we will use another indicator, not only to confirm the signals, but to get accurate entry points that can be used with any other indicator. After opening the indicators box, type ATR and choose this indicator, which is created by Tung1. Open the indicator settings and disable the red color, we don't need it now. Now to the input and change the length of the moving average, which is in the last field, to 14. The chart is ready to go, and these are all the settings we need now, but let me increase the color here, so to be a little clear. Now let's get to the practical application. First, to find entry points or buying positions, we must see that the RSI line has reached the 30th area, which is the black area here below this green line. And as we can see here in these examples, the RSI has reached this area. But if we want to enter into short positions, we must see that the RSI has reached the 80th line, as in these examples here. To understand this more, we are going to use the replay tool, and let's say we were trading here in this area and looking for an entry opportunity. As we can see now, the RSI line has reached the oversold area, which is the black area below the green line. Now we have to wait until we see it has returned to the purple area, which is the area above the green line. Now we notice that the RSI line has crossed the green line, moving from the black area to the purple area. Also, a green candle has appeared at this breakout. So, it's time to use the ATR indicator. After making sure that the RSI signal appears, we must rely on these green points, which are similar to the green lines. The level of these green points must be either above the target candle or at least in the middle of it, and if it is below it, we will not use it. In this case, these points will be the points that we will rely on. Now that we have drawn a line in the right place, we will wait for the breakout to occur, and if it happens, we will enter into a buy position. As you can see, at this candle, the breakout was confirmed, so this signal is considered a successful signal. And when running, we notice that the price has gone up. The examples are a little different, so let's take another one to cover most of the things that can happen when trading. Let's say we were trading here and waiting for the RSI to reach the 30 area here. At this moment, the RSI reached the black area and then bounced back directly to the purple area, cutting the green line to the top. And also a green candle appeared here. In this case, we will search for the nearest green points that are above the level of this candle, and these points here will be the points that we will use. Now all we have to do is wait for the breakout of this line to happen, and if it is broken by a candle or half a candle, we will buy directly. Now the line has been breached, so we will enter directly above this candle, and as you can see, the market has risen again. This acceleration of the rally occurs because we depended on the breach of the previous support levels that turned into a resistance levels. But let's take another example, and let it be this example here. As we said, we must wait for the RSI line to reach the 30th area. And now, as we can see, the RSI has reached the black area, so all we have to do is wait until we see it returns to the purple area. Now at this moment, the RSI line is back in the purple area, and also, we can see that there is a green targeted candle here. Simply, we will look for the last green dots, and as we said, they must be above the target candle. This means that these green dots here will be the intended dots, and we will put the line on them directly. And all we have to do now is wait for this line to be breached. But let's keep running and see what happens. As you can see, the candles did not breach the line, and the RSI has returned below the 30 area again, and this means it is an invalid signal. Let's take another example, and excuse me for the many examples, because there are some differences that should be noted. Since the RSI has reached the black area here, this area will be our current example. I think that the conditions have become easy to find, and as we said, first we wait for the RSI line to reach the black area, which is the oversold area, below the 30 line. Second, we wait for the RSI line to change direction heading up. As soon as we see that it cuts the green line, we define the target candle. Third, we move on to search for the last points of the ATR indicator. We put a horizontal line above it and wait for the breakout. Finally, if the breakout occurred, as happened here, and we saw that a large part of the candle is above the line, we will enter, but if a small part of the candle's body has broken the line, we wait for the next candle. Now that we understand how this strategy works, let's quickly review some of the previous entry points. As you can see here, all the buying positions that we explained were in the downtrend, meaning that if we applied the moving average 200, it would be below it. Here was a successful signal, as we explained it earlier. Here is another good signal that we talked about it as well. Here is a false signal, and we also reviewed it. Here too is a good signal. As for here, we find another invalid signal, and it has been confirmed. Here too, another bad signal. Here also a signal that has been cancelled, because trading in a downtrend should be done with caution. Well, here we can see another successful signal. Now as you can see, we are trading in the uptrend, and also we can use this strategy in these cases. Here for example, we can enter when this level is breached, according to the conditions we talked about. Here too, we can enter when this level is breached. Here also, in the range movement, we can also enter with the conviction of a small profit. Here we notice a little delay in the breakout, and with this, it was also a successful signal. But what about entering into short positions? Quite simply, we will reverse everything. First, open the ATR settings, activate the red dots, and deactivate the green ones, and of course you can activate the two colors, but in order not to cause confusion, I use them as needed. Well, because the RSI is an overbought area here, let's take it as an example. Here, we notice that the RSI indicator has returned to the purple area. So we will look for the last red dots of the ATR indicator, and we will draw a horizontal line. And all we have to do is wait for this line to be breached. After we see the breach, we enter a sell position. Let's see another example to understand more. Here we see that RSI is an oversold area, so we will look for a short position. As you can see, the RSI has returned to the purple area, and we also see a red candle here, so all we have to do now is to find the last red points of the ATR indicator. And after running, we see that the line has been breached as well. But why did we set the yellow line, which is the moving average, to the value 20, and what is the benefit of it? When the breach of the level we set occurs, this breach may be false, and we may wait until we see the next candle, but sometimes, we may find that the RSI line has also breached the moving average line at the same time, so when we see all these signals combined, we enter directly above the candle that broke the line, like this one here. The second and most important thing is to take profit. Whenever we see that the RSI line is moving away from the moving average, we can keep profits and wait until the market rises more and more. And when we see that the RSI started to approach the moving average, we seize the opportunity and we sell. And here at this point, we will take the profit. Also, the risk-reward ratio can be 1 to 1.5, and it can go up to 2, it all depends on you and your understanding of the chart as we explained earlier. The stop loss will be at the previous lowest level, and the ATR points can sometimes help you determine it. As for taking the profit, it should be, as we said, at least 1 to 1.5. It is also possible to increase profits by trailing stop loss levels and also by holding the market until we see the lines are approaching to each other, as we explained earlier. The last thing in this video, and it may be a separate lesson by itself, is how to add an alert when lines are breached. For the RSI indicator, we can add an alert from here by clicking the 3 dots that you see it here. Then choose Add Alert to the RSI. From these options, choose Crossing Up. As for the value field, set it to 30. It is the same value as this green line that you see here. After clicking on Create, you will tell here that the alarm has started, and when it is breached, it will give you a small signal with sound. Also, an orange arrow will appear here at this index. Now, how do we set an alert on any horizontal line? Let's say we're going to set an alert here, at this level, and when a candle breaks through it, we want to get an alert. Simply, we go to the index here, move the mouse a little bit until you get a plus sign, click on it, and then choose Add Alert. Now as you can see, the alert line has also appeared, and it will tell you with a beep if any candle touches it. Finally, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Good luck.